It is saying that I am live. Hello, good evening. Am I live? I should be live. Good evening, everybody. I'm live on YouTube right now. Here on my very YouTube channel that is SteveOfficial. Hope you're doing well. On this Monday, is it? It is Monday. It is Monday night. You know what? Right? It's kind of a bit weird to be honest, because usually, from what I remember in previous years. I remember previous years, Apple used to do their Apple events on a Tuesday, where when they would announce like their next iPhone and their and like some of the new models and stuff that are coming out for some of their hardware that already exists, or might exist at some point. So it's a little bit weird, really, doing this live stream on a Monday night when normally I would have thought it would have been a Tuesday, but nevertheless, so I'm live. Very good evening. I am going to go through all the latest that got announced during the Apple event for September 2024. And there was quite a fair few things announced, really, and I'm also going to give you my opinion on pretty much everything as well that Apple did announce as well. Let me just do that. La 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 la. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, by the way, the comment section is. I'm just gonna share this as well. By the way, just so that people are aware that I'm live. I'll share it on there. Is this gonna work? Yeah. I'll just post that on there. Ooh. Okay. Oh. I've just found out that EastEnders is going live for a full episode as part of the celebrations to its 40th anniversary. But this time, there's a twist. The audience will have the power to decide the outcome of one storyline. There we are. Just found that out. I was aware that there was going to be an EastEnders announcement, and there it is. That's the announcement that's just joined. Good evening to Blue Butterfly. Hello, good evening. I'm glad that you are here on the live stream. Massive good evening to you from the UK. I've just shared that on Twitter. I'm just going to share it very quickly over on Instagram, very quick, okay? Just let my people know that I'm live on YouTube so that they are all aware. I just said, by the way, I've been updating my Geeky Stevie Instagram page as well throughout the Apple events. I've literally just been like, I don't know, spamming Instagram with like all the Apple posts that got announced. Yeah, I didn't get the notification. Hello to Michaela. Good evening to Michaela. Or good afternoon to Michaela over there in America. I hope you're doing very well. I am just going to very quickly go onto my YouTube channel and very quickly just post the link on my Instagram story. Where am I? No, that's... Why is it not saying that I'm live? Oh, now it's saying that I'm live. There we go. There we are. There we go. And where's the share button on here? Oh, it's there, isn't it? Haha. Good evening to Anna as well. Hope you're doing well. I will get into the Apple stuff in a minute. Okay, just give me 1 second, everybody. That's the one. That is the one. No, I don't want to add to the story. Not. Will you be switching back to iPhone after seeing the 16? That's a very good question. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like you've obviously, I mean, there's like the macro lens and stuff like that. But I mean, to be honest, I'm still with Samsung. I'm still with Samsung, and I still enjoy Samsung. I mean, I'm always intrigued by what Apple have got up their sleeves for like the iPhone range and stuff like that. I'm always intrigued. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, is there going to be a future for Steve and Apple? I mean, I'm sure there. I mean, to be fair, right here in the background, I mean, honestly, this is my iPad right here, and underneath it, I mean, my is my laptop as well, which is Apple. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I prefer Android. I had too many issues with Apple. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've not had any issues with Apple like since I had my iPad or my MacBook or anything like that. I've not had really any issues with it, and it's fine. Um, I think my last iPhone that I had, I think it was the last iPhone I had. I had so many issues with it, and I was so glad to see the back of it eventually. Hello to Olivia as well. Um, and yeah, I mean, to be honest, like my phone, it kept resetting itself. Like I'd literally just be here, like on social media or something like that, or I'd be halfway through watching a video on YouTube on my iPhone or something like that, and then all of a sudden, bam, that's it, no more. Like my phone just kept resetting itself and it was so annoying. Even on video calls as well with people, like I'd be halfway through talking, and then all of a sudden, bam, my iPhone just switched off, just out of just out of nowhere, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So then I wait for my iPhone to restart itself, which it did, and then after that, that's when like literally it would then just come back on, and then I'd have to go back onto the video call with whoever I was on video call with at the time and go, I'm so sorry, my iPhone just cut off me, you know. And I was, to be honest, I was just so glad. I was so glad when I saw the back of that iPhone. I really was. I think that was the last iPhone I owned. And then I moved over to Samsung with I think it was the A52 Samsung. And then after that, after a couple of years of owning the A52, I then came across the S23 Ultra, which is what I've currently got here in my hand right now. So there we go. I love my iPhone so much, says Anna. I have a sneaky feeling they will get rid of charging ports fully in the next two phones and just switch to wireless. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, with my phone, I never use my USB C charging port. Never. I never plug my phone in using a USB charger. I've been using wireless charging since I've owned my S23 Ultra. My last phone, the A52, the reason why I had to upgrade from that was because obviously the charger, I mean the battery in my phone was basically on the blink, but on top of that as well, like the charger in my phone, it just wouldn't charge my phone anymore. You know, and then I tried using it on like different chargers as well. I just thought it was the cable, but no. Even like when I got a new charger for it, it still wouldn't work. So yeah, so I think at that point, to be honest, it was something to do with the charging port in the phone, I think, that had the issue. So yeah, I only use USB when I'm in my car because it's not equipped with wireless. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think eventually maybe cars might end up having like wireless chargers for your phones. I don't know though. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it would have to be in a very safe capacity, wouldn't it, really? Sorry, one second. I'm literally trying to do actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me just flip the camera. Mm, there we go. And I'm just gonna put I'm live on YouTube. Cars turn into McDonald's. Wait, what? Cars turn into McDonald's? What do you mean cars turn into McDonald's? I'm live over on YouTube. The official talking Apple products. Feel free to tune in. Cool. Right. Link. Paste them So sorry about that. There we go. That's all done. McDonald's have wireless chargers on all the tables. I just had McDonald's yesterday, says Michaela. Oh yeah, that is true. Although the really weird thing is, the um, I've tried using the wireless chargers before in McDonald's on my phone, but it just seems to never work. I don't know why though. I don't know why. Right, okay. So that being said, I'm just gonna put my phone over here for now, okay, and just leave it there. Leave it there. People now know that I'm live on YouTube, and thank you, by the way, to everyone who has tuned in so far. Okay, I am going to be on between now and around about 9 p.m. this evening, or maybe 9:30. We'll see how far we get into this live stream. Okay. I mean, to be honest, there is quite a bit to talk about, but at the same time, there isn't. That probably doesn't make any sense, to be honest. But obviously, like Apple Intelligence, for example, Apple Intelligence got announced back in June during the WWDC event that took place for Apple earlier this year in June. And I'm going to admit that Apple Intelligence is basically Apple's version of AI. And obviously, we are seeing a huge rise in AI now coming on to your smartphones and even your tablets as well. I think at some point they'll probably be on your tablets, or they may even already be on your tablets. But also as well, I mean, is it true Apple are doing music videos now? Well, okay, so this is the thing. So The Weeknd had a music video for what was the song called? I'm just going to double check again because I did save it on my. It was a song called, what was it? It's a new song as well, I believe. It was called Dancing. Oh, that's it. Dancing in the Flames is what it was called by The Weeknd. And the entire music video to that song was shot entirely on the new iPhone 16 Pro model. So yeah, it's sad how other countries have better technology. I know it really is a bit bizarre, to be honest, how different countries have different technologies, and we're not all like kind of lined up with the same technology, if that kind of makes any kind of sense. Um, so yeah, so like here in the UK, we'll have technology here that you won't find like in America, for example. I mean, China is probably another part of the world where you'll see technology in China, but you won't have that here in the UK, or you won't have that in America, etc. Oh wow, that's crazy. It is crazy. It was shot entirely on the iPhone 16 Pro model. And also as well, actually, it's not the first time that a musician has done this as well. Last year when the iPhone 15 got announced, Olivia Rodrigo did her music video, Get Him Back. And that was shot entirely, I think, on the iPhone 15 Pro model. So this year, it's The Weeknd's turn to have the music video shot entirely on the new iPhone Pro model. So I did hear rumors before the Apple event took place that apparently Dua Lipa had a music video at the ready, which was shot entirely on iPhone, but I don't think that's true. I think that rumor we can put to bed because it's The Weeknd who had a music video made shot entirely from the new iPhone model. Japan have cooking robots. See, that's what we don't have here in the UK. Yeah, America doesn't have wireless chargers on McDonald's tables. Yeah, McDonald's in America, and given the fact that it's a US fast food chain as well, you would think that a US fast food chain like McDonald's would have wireless chargers on their tables. But yet here in the UK, you get them. So yeah, so there we go. So obviously, so the iPhone said, yeah, man, I want cooking robots. That would make my life so much easier. I think that would make everyone's life easier if we all had cooking robots. Yeah, none of us would cook again. You know, but I mean, saying that though, I mean, we could end up in like, I don't know, 20 years time, we may end up having humanoid robots in our home. that may end up doing chores for us around the house. I don't know, clean the kitchen, clean a room, or you know, clean the bathroom, take your dog for a walk, or I don't know, stuff like that. Why have a cooking robot when? Okay, I'm not going to say that. But anyway, so yeah, so in terms of Apple, let's go back to Apple. That's exactly what this live event was. It's about Apple. But I do appreciate the comments. Do keep the comments coming in, all right? Because honestly, I really do appreciate your comments. And of course, I really appreciate you guys being in here as well. So yeah, yeah. So anyway, let me just do this 1 second. Well, hey, I may have to just. Was there anything else that I was going to mention during this live broadcast? Oh, the PS5 Pro. Let me just talk to you about that very quickly. And the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's expected that it's going to be announced tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time. By the way, PS5 Pro, right? It's a Pro model of the PS5. It's not the PS6. No, it's the PS5. But they're doing it in a 9-minute presentation at 4 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So that's going to be very interesting to see what they do announce in the space of that 9-minute presentation. Like, it can't be. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not going to do a live about it because literally, I mean, I'd only be on for probably less than 9 minutes. Probably take me less than 9 minutes to talk about it. I'd only be on for 5 minutes, and then that's it. I'll be like, bye, see you later. So what I will do is I may talk about it during my Stevio radio show that's coming up tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. I'm just double checking, making sure 6:30 p.m. is when I'm on Station Head tomorrow evening. I'll discuss the PS5 Pro then. Welp, I'm what? Steve, do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? I like Sonic the Hedgehog the film. Sonic the Hedgehog the film's great. I have played some Sonic games before. I'm driving to work. I'm just going to listen. Oh, okay, that's fine. And I hope you enjoy your drive to work, by the way. Yeah, I do like Sonic the Hedgehog. I have played a couple of Sonic the Hedgehog games, but that was on the Nintendo Wii all those years ago. It was a very, very long time ago, that was. So yeah, but anyway, let's get back into this though, and like I say, do keep your comments coming. Okay, I will be checking the comment section. Actually, you know what? Right, I've literally just hidden my face on my screen so that I can go through what was announced at the Apple event. And to be honest, this works perfectly. If you guys could see my setup right now, like it just works completely perfect because right next to what I'm just about to go through in terms of the iPhone, I've literally got the YouTube comments right next to it, and it works. Oh no, my keyboard's only got 10% charge left. It's okay, folks. I have a USB-C charger right here to charge my wireless keyboard. Let me do that now. Let me just put this in very quick. So yeah, so obviously, let's now discuss. Oh, hello. No, that's not what I wanted. Hey, here we go. So let me just go through and reveal what was announced at Apple. So Apple has just wrapped up. No, a wireless charger for your wireless keyboard. I know, it's really funny. It's kind of ironic that we were talking earlier about the wireless situations, and yet I'm using a USB-C charger to charge up my wireless keyboard. Apple has just wrapped up an event at its headquarters in Cupertino, California, where it unveiled new versions of the iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch. So the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max was announced. So Apple just unveiled the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max, which join the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. The company announced earlier. These are Apple's more premium phones that have nicer screens and cameras than the regular models. Apple's iPhone 16 Pro has a 6.3-inch display, and the Apple 16 Pro Max has a 6.9-inch display, larger than those of previous models, which measured in at 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches, respectively. So, yeah, so both the 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max have now got bigger displays, bigger than previous Pro model displays. And it's even the biggest, I'm going to say it's the biggest display seen in an iPhone ever. So the new models also have the thinnest borders on any Apple product, Apple said, calling them by far our best iPhone displays. The titanium is nearly half the weight of stainless steel and is more scratch resistant than other forms of titanium others have used. I have a 13 right now. Do you think I should get the new one? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the cameras are going to be a lot better in the new one. If you are looking at upgrading your iPhone right now, then I would probably say wait. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's really up to you, really, like what you want to do in terms of upgrading. I mean, obviously the iPhone 13. I mean, it depends when you got your iPhone 13 model. If you got your 13 model, I don't know, 3 years ago when the iPhone 13 was announced, then I'd probably say maybe it is time for an upgrade. But I mean, then again, though, you've then got the decision to kind of decide whether you want to go for the 13, the 13 Plus, or the 13 Pro, or the 13 Pro Max. Thing is Apple actually said this during their Apple event. They said this about the Pro models more than anything. They said that they don't want people to think that iPhone is a phone. The iPhone is basically a camera, you know? And I kind of feel like, I mean, yeah, if you've got a Pro model, like a Pro or Pro Max, then sure, you know, um, sure, I mean, maybe think of it as more of a camera more than a phone because, I mean, the cameras are quite good on it. But I mean, if you've got like a regular iPhone, like an iPhone 16 or iPhone 16 Plus, for example, then I'll just say look at that as just an iPhone. Just look at it as an iPhone, really. I go to a lot of concerts, and the quality of the videos isn't great. Now, the thing is that's the thing is. I think, I mean, even like in recent years, iPhone 15 or iPhone 16, I think, to be honest, in terms of like the camera quality, it has got better. You can do like 4K video and stuff like that, which is great. Hello, Steve. I got the iPhone 12 at the moment, and that just as bad now. I don't know what phone to get next. And also, how are you doing? You are better and happy in yourself, and how's life? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, thank you. So you've got the iPhone 12 at the moment, and it's quite bad. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, iPhone 16 is obviously going to be, understandably, it's going to be very, very expensive. Now, I mean, it's obviously like people, obviously, like financial stuff. Different people have different financial situations and stuff like that. Now, obviously, the iPhone 16 has just been announced this evening here in the UK and this morning in America. The thing is obviously what I would suggest is look at your mobile network. Okay, look at your mobile network, see what deals they are doing for iPhone. Okay, obviously coming up in November, at the end of November, we do have like you've got like the start of the Christmas season, and obviously you see like a lot of like pre-Christmas sales going on as well. And especially then, I would probably suggest maybe holding out and waiting until maybe November to see if you can get a cheaper deal on an iPhone that you think would be best. Now, I'm not going to say that it is absolutely compulsory for everyone in here in this live chat and stuff to basically basically go out and buy an iPhone 16 or a 16 Pro or Pro Max or whatever. That's not exactly what I'm going to say. What I will say is, if you are looking at getting a new iPhone, but you don't want to kind of look at like the cost of it being so high, then maybe downgrade a little bit. So, so obviously in a way it's going to be an upgrade, but at the same time it's going to be a downgrade. And let me explain why. So it's going to be an upgrade for you because you are on the iPhone 12 or you're on the iPhone 13, okay? Now, you're upgrading because you're going up to another generation of the iPhone. That could be the iPhone 14 or the iPhone 15. It could be one of those. But at the same time, you're kind of downgrading because this evening we've had the iPhone 16 announced. And obviously, that's not the upgrade that you're all going to be going for. You're going to be going for something a little bit more lower because of the cost, maybe trying to, keep the cost of like your contract or your pay-as-you-go SIM or whatever. You're going to want to keep that kind of lowered down. It's just so expensive as well now, but I do need to get a new phone as my 12 just really is just really slow now and just keeps freezing all the time. Exactly. So if I was you, I would... What a live stream, lads. Hello, good evening. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, what I would suggest is go for like either 13, 14 or 15, okay? I mean, obviously, a lot of people, they might be interested in getting the 16. There are some people out there who do yearly upgrade to the next generation of the iPhone. There are people out there that do it. I don't understand how they do it. I mean, I'd love to know how. But yeah, if you have got like an iPhone model which does keep freezing, and you don't want to like spend so much money on like the newest handset available, then maybe look at maybe just downgrading to the iPhone 14 or 15, or maybe even just go up by one generation. Like you say, you're on the iPhone 12. So if you look at the iPhone 13, the price of that will come down a little bit, and I think that will help you out a lot. So there we go. So anyway, I hope you all are doing well, by the way, and thank you for the like as well. Feel free to give the thumbs up as well, as always. Really do appreciate it. But this evening I am live. I'm just talking about what was announced at the Apple event in September 2024. Because obviously Apple, they do tend to usually do Apple events this time of the year. You can also trade your iPhone in. They're in good condition. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing as well. Love the vlogs, bro. Good to see you live. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. And thank you for giving me the love on my vlogs as well. I really do appreciate that a lot. If you go on the Apple website, they will tell you how much they'll give you for it. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing as well. So Anna is right there. If you do go on the Apple website, you basically fill out a form. You basically reveal what iPhone model you've got and stuff like that. They will give you kind of like a price as to how much your iPhone model is worth. I mean, I'm not going to say that, like the iPhone 12, for example, it's been out for quite a few years now. It's been out for 4 years. So I'm going to say that it's probably not going to be worth a lot. But I mean, it could even help you to get, to help you kind of upgrade your iPhone. Even if you're not looking at the iPhone 16, even if you're just looking for the iPhone 13, 14, or 15, then yeah. Hello to Matt. I hope you're doing well this evening. Thank you for joining my live. So going back to the Apple events, by the way, and do keep your comments coming in. I will be going back to them as well throughout this evening. Okay. So going back to the Apple events. The four finishes for the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max do include white, black, natural, and desert. The company also said that the new iPhone 16 Pro Max has the best iPhone battery life ever, but did not offer additional details. Anna says that she wants the pink one. Now, that is for the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus models. Okay, so the white, black, natural, and desert colors are for the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max model. Okay, the pink one, which we'll dive into very shortly, that is for the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus models. So yeah, the new iPhone Pro models. Hold on one sec. I do love your videos, by the way. Hope you don't mind me asking, as I'm new to this. But what's happening with you? Seems to have not been in your videos for a while. How old are you? I am 27, by the way. 27. So yeah, so let me just go back to this very quick. So the new iPhone Pro models include an A18 Pro chip with second gen 3 nanometer transistors and a new 16 core neural engine that powers Apple Intelligence, designed specifically for generative AI workloads. The company said, leading to a 17% increase in total system memory bandwidth. It's even faster and more efficient than A18, which is the new chip that you will find in the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus model, the company said. The A18 Pro chip also powers new camera features per Apple, including a new 48 megapixel fusion camera, which can read data 2 times faster, and a 48 megapixel ultra wide camera that allows for more detail in wide angle shots. The 5 times telephoto camera offers more detail for zoom photos. Apple also introduced video capture in 4K at 120 frames per second, the iPhone camera's highest resolution and frame rate yet, the company have said. 2 more years and you'll be the wait, what? I'll be the what? You'll be the big Steve. Oh, right. I'll be the big Steve. I'm 26. And that's fair enough. The Pro models have 4 studio quality. The Pro models have 4 studio quality mics with reduced noise, designed in part for vocal and acoustic recordings, the company said, as well as spatial audio capture, a new audio mix feature, which Apple called an industry first, uses machine learning to identify and separate background elements from a user's speech, the company said. Apple said a new update to voice memos coming later this year will allow people to layer other tracks atop previously recorded voice memos. For example, the feature could help musicians testing out song ideas layer a guitar track over a vocal track they've previously recorded. So the iPhone 16 Pro starts at $999 over in the US. I should imagine it will be the same kind of currency here in the UK. So it would be probably around about £999. And the Pro Max starts at $1,199. So here in the UK, that's probably going to be around about £1,199, Apple said. And both models will be available for pre-order this Friday. That's Friday the 13th of September, by the way, with in-store sales starting on September 20th. I want to start doing YouTube, but I don't know where to start. Can you give me some advice on how to be less shy? I mean, literally, just be your natural self. That is literally it. Just be your natural self. That is exactly like what I am. £1,000, I only get £400 universal. I know it is really, really expensive for an iPhone, but this is Apple. You know, this is Apple we're talking about here. It is absolutely expensive, but it is Apple. And to be honest, £1,000. I mean, look, right. So these are the Pro models that I'm talking about here, and of course, the Pro models they're in. I mean, what are they? I mean, first of all, it's titanium. Okay, titanium material isn't cheap, understandably. The camera isn't cheap either, because obviously the various different cameras that you get in an iPhone, they're not cheap either. So yeah, so understandably, of course, £1,000 for an iPhone Pro model is kind of like, kind of, I don't know. I guess you could say kind of fair. But I am now moving on to the iPhone 16, okay? And I'm going to talk to you about the iPhone 16. Um, so Apple said the iPhone 16 starts at $799, and the iPhone 16 Plus starts at $899. So here in the UK, that's probably going to be around about £799 and £899. So there is going to be kind of a £200, £100 difference for the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus models compared to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max models. There we go. Can I just say, actually, I think in about the last 10 minutes, I've had my keyboard on charge and already it's gone up by 10%. So there we go. So it's now at 20%. But the first Apple Intelligence features will launch in beta mode next month for iPhone 16. So if you have, sorry, let me just. I didn't mean. I was going to just say if you do have the beta development for iOS 18, but no, iOS 18, I'm just going to confirm it now. iOS 18 is going to be available to download on your iPhone devices. Actually, I should really check that actually, because I'm not sure what iPhones are going to be eligible for eligibility. Let's have a look and see, because I know that there was a viewer in here earlier who had an iPhone 12, and I just want to make sure, just see if they are eligible. Let's just have a look when it decides to load up for me. Here we go. So iOS 18 is available for over 25 different iPhones. So Apple Intelligence is only going to be available for iPhone 15 Pro Max and Pro, iPhone 16 Pro Max and 16 Pro, and 16 Plus and 16. Okay, but in terms of iOS 18, your phones will be eligible if you have got the iPhone 16 model, understandably, all the way up until iPhone SE second generation. Okay, so yes, the iPhone 12 is actually eligible for iOS 18, and so is the iPhone 13 as well. I know that someone in here has got an iPhone 13. I nearly said iPhone 18 for a minute. I mean, have I gone 2 years into the future or something? So going back to, going back to Apple Intelligence, or AI, Apple's Senior Vice President of Software Engineering, Craig Federighi, is talking about the company's new artificial intelligence capabilities. Many of these features were already announced at Apple's Developers Conference in June, and the first set of features will be available in a free software update next month. Apple Intelligence is available on the new iPhone 16 phones and the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max models. He said Apple Intelligence operates across language, images, action, and personal context. And he also said that data is never stored or shared with, with Apple, and independent experts can verify this privacy promise. Excuse me. One feature that Craig did highlight is the new generative emoji feature, which will allow users to create custom emojis by typing in a few words. Users can also type in words to pull up photos and videos they want to find. Craig did say that Apple Intelligence marks the start of a new era for its voice assistant Siri. Users can prompt Siri with text, ask questions with their voices, even if they stumble over their words, pull up specific details from text conversations, and more. Features such as generating emojis and a new visual intelligence feature will come later. Visual intelligence lets you do things such as take a picture of a dog to find out what breed it is. I mean, that's a really cool feature, to be honest, to have, I think. I mean, there are dogs that I see sometimes when I'm out for a walk, and I do wonder to myself as I see the dog, I do think to myself, I wonder what breed of dog that is. So yeah. But anyway, going back to the iPhone 16 though, okay, Apple has announced obviously the iPhone 16, which it says was built from the ground up for Apple Intelligence. The new iPhone has aerospace grade aluminium, 85% recycled content in the enclosure. Two size options, so 6.1 inches for iPhone 16 and 6.7 inches for the iPhone 16 Plus. Customizable action buttons, for example, flashlight at night and calendar during the day. All new camera control button to provide instant access to camera with one click, as well as the ability to adjust various camera features by sliding your finger. A brand new A18 chip created for iPhone 16, optimized for running large generative models and with a 2 times faster neural engine. New 48 megapixel camera, 4 times the resolution of iPhone 14. A new ultra wide camera that allows for automatic focus and more light capture in low light situations. Spatial photos, customizable, pinnable collections in iOS 18 photo gallery. Apple said the new A18 chip created for iPhone 16 has 3 nanometer technology and 4 efficiency cores, which are used in nearly every experience on iPhone, including Apple Intelligence. The chip delivers up to 30% higher sustained performance for gaming. It is also up to 60% faster than the CPU in iPhone 12, and the speed challenges high-end desktop PCs, adding that the GPU on the iPhone 16 is up to 40% faster than in the iPhone 15. So the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus starts at $799 in the US and $899 as well for the iPhone 16 Plus. I heard a rumor that Tesla and Apple are working on a collaboration for a new NASA telescope that would let us see more of the universe. I don't know if it's true though. I haven't heard anything about that. I do know that Tesla and Apple do work quite closely together, especially where they've got like CarPlay in their Teslas and stuff like that, you know, for Apple. So it wouldn't at all surprise me if that is actually true, but we'll watch this space. No pun intended there. So the AirPods Pro 2 have got 3 new health features, including clinical grade hearing aid. Would Harold prefer Apple, Android, or his purple? I'm assuming that purple crayon. I think Harold would much prefer his purple crayon, James. I think so. Harold and the Purple Crayon. Coming soon to DVD, Blu-ray, and on digital. Apple marketed AirPods Pro 2 as a product with incredible health capabilities, including 3 dedicated health features. Hearing protection, which is turned on by default across listening modes, will be available to all users since 80% of US adults have not had their hearing checked in the past 5 years, per Apple. The company introduced a clinically validated hearing test with AirPods Pro and iPhone that takes just 5 minutes to complete. The company said, "Do you want to know something? I feel like I should just get an iPhone now. You know, get some AirPods, get an iPhone, and then just take this test." Cheers, mate. You're very welcome. AirPods Pro will also have a clinical grade over the counter hearing aid feature. After users take the hearing test, AirPods Pro can easily turn into a personalized hearing aid. That's really awesome. Apple said the resulting hearing profile will be automatically applied to music, movies, and phone calls across all of a user's devices. Apple said the feature will receive clearance from the FDA and other regulators soon. Apple announced the updated AirPods Max with USB-C charging and three new colors: orange, purple, and starlight. They are still $549 in the US. That's £549 here in the UK. I know, very expensive set of headphones. Like, literally, they are almost as identical as these headphones that I've got on my ears right now. And trust me, these are not AirPods Max. Okay, these are not AirPods Max at all. But they are still $549 in the US and are available to order beginning Monday before they launch on September 20th. Apple is branching out to medical wear. That is so cool. It really is, honestly. And I'm really glad that Apple are continuing to look out for people's healths. They've been doing it for so many years. They've been doing it for so many years with the Apple Watch, and I'm going to explain more about the Apple Watch in a few moments. But now they're looking into like the hearing aspect of stuff. And, you know, what have they got against doctors? I really don't know, to be honest. I guess, here in the UK, with like, the NHS and stuff like that, I'm assuming they're just trying to like ease the pressure off doctors, you know. Um, so yeah, so there we go. They're so inclusive. It's so nice for a company to see a company cares about its. This hearts icon, by the way, is like in the way, so I can't actually like fully see the comment unless I kind of slightly scroll up a little bit and just see like the back end of that. But yeah, I know what you're on about there. Yeah, exactly. It really is, to be honest. So it is very, very nice. It's very, very nice. Apple just announced, by the way, the AirPods 4 as well. So Apple said it used 3D modeling and laser topography to develop the shape of its most comfortable AirPods ever. They are powered by the H2 chip. The company said their headphones are a massive improvement in audio quality and the best sounding AirPods ever. They also have personalized spatial audio, and Apple said they will be able to help reduce environmental noise. The AirPods 4 charging case is compatible with USB-C, and it is the smallest case ever. You can also charge the case wirelessly as well. Once again, as we mentioned earlier in this live stream, that wireless charging is coming back. AirPods 4 will be available for $129 in the US, and AirPods 4 with active noise cancelling will be available for $179. Apple just posted the music video to their Instagram. It looks so high quality. Well, that's the thing with the iPhone 16 Pro cameras. They are very high quality cameras. I've never had an iPhone Pro model. Never. I don't think I would get one anytime soon. Neither. No offense to Apple, by the way. No offense to Apple, but I don't think I would own an iPhone Pro model, I know their cameras are supposed to be really, really good and really high quality photos, but yeah, I don't know. But let's move on. We're going to talk about the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So the Apple Watch Ultra 2 has the most accurate GPS in a sports watch, Apple said, marketing it as the perfect companion for workout enthusiasts. As a reminder, the watch offers depth gauge for scuba diving, dual frequency for GPS, advanced positioning software, pacing features, custom workouts, automatic stroke detection, and lap count for swimmers. Advanced compass app that includes latitude, longitude, waypoints, and backtrack, as as offline maps with turn-by-turn directions even when iPhone isn't nearby. The watch starts at $799 and customers can pre-order it right now and it will be available on September 20th. So just a quick reminder that Apple Watch Ultra 2 has been around for a while, but they have now announced a new black color as well to their Apple Watch Ultra 2 alongside their dark green and their dark blue Apple Watch Ultra 2. So the Apple Watch Ultra 3 didn't get announced, but we got a new color from the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I hate when Apple advertise their cameras on pro shoots. Yes, I'm sure it was used in those music videos, but with lights worth tens of thousands of pounds, grip equipment costing the same. So it's not like they just use the iPhone the same way consumers would. Think a very false flag personally. I mean, to be honest, yeah, sometimes I do wonder that myself. I mean, I do wonder, to be honest, what kind of settings are these like professional cameramen who are on these like music video sets and stuff setting their cameras to for the iPhone? I mean, I know that they're using these pro models to like film these music videos. I mean, last year Olivia Rodrigo did it with the music video to Get Him Back, and this year the Weeknd are doing it with a new song. I think it's called Dancing with the Flames or Dancing in the Flames or something. Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, I really do wonder, and obviously, like, I know they edit it as well. Like, obviously, they edit it, and I think they're editing it through a like Mac or something. And surely they must be doing something in post production. They must be, you know. Now going into the Apple Watch, and we're going to talk about the health features. So Apple Watch Series 10 will include new health features for sleep apnea. I didn't know The Weeknd was so handsome, says Anna. So Apple said its Apple Watch Series 10 will be able to alert users to sleep apnea, which is a disorder that can cause people to stop breathing while they are asleep. The condition affects more than 1 billion people worldwide, Apple said. The company said 80% of people with sleep apnea are undiagnosed. Apple Series 10 uses an accelerometer to measure breathing disturbances while users are sleeping, and it analyzes this data every 30 days. This feature was built using an extensive data set, Apple said, and the company expects clearance from the US Food and Drug Administration and other regulators very soon. Apple Watch Series 10 will be launching on September 20th, by the way. You can pre-order it beginning Monday, and it starts at $399 in the US. So I'm assuming that would be around about £399 here in the UK, and it starts at $499 with cellular as well, which again I feel like that would probably be around about £499 here in the UK as well. But Apple did also announce with the Apple Watch Series 10 that it is the thinnest design ever, 10% thinner than Series 9, and the biggest display yet. And this is what Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, said. Today, we're building on the advanced technologies pioneered with Apple Watch to make it even more useful and essential and intelligent. Apple Chief Operating Officer Jeff Williams introduced the model, which he said will have the biggest wearable display we've ever built, even bigger than the Apple Watch Ultra, and has up to 30% more screen area. It will also have an additional line of text visible for messages, mail, or news. Both the display and case have a wider aspect ratio and rounded corners, Williams said. The Series 10 display will also be up to 40% brighter when viewed at an angle in order to improve visibility, he said. The display will update once per second when in always-on mode instead of once per minute like before. Apple also introduced the first ever glossy aluminium finish for Apple Watch in jet black. It is polished using silicon nanoparticles to result in a specialized surface shine. Other options for the device include rose gold and silver aluminium. Trying to get my words out there. The aluminium finish weighs up to 10% less than the previous generation, Williams said. A new titanium finish option weighs up to 20% less than previous models and is carbon neutral, Williams said. It is replacing the stainless steel finish in previous generations. The device also still incorporates up to 50 meters of water resistance. In 30 minutes, users can charge their watches to up to 80% battery, making Series 10 the fastest charging Apple Watch to date. It also has an 18-hour battery life. To improve phone calls, Apple incorporated a neural network into Series 10 that suppresses background noise to make conversations sound clearer. When it comes to fitness, Apple Watch introduced new ways to track workouts for kayakers, canoers, and rowers. Apple Watch's workout app can track routes and rowing activity, introducing a Tides app and new depth and water temperature sensors. Prices start at $399, and customers can pre-order it from now. The Series 10 will be available on September 20th. So there we go. Who's William? So he is the he is the Apple Chief Operating Officer, Jeff Williams. Jeff Williams is his name. And that is it. That literally is it. That Apple did announce at their Apple event for September 2023. So I hope you guys are looking forward to some of the Apple products that are coming our way towards the end of this month. I mean, to be honest, I did see the Apple Watch earlier, and I think it was it in titanium finish? I think it was. They're doing one in gold, and it looks amazing. It really does look amazing. I don't know whether or not it would be something that I would get though. Because I mean, I don't have an iPhone. I mean, the thing is, you know what? Right, years ago, I used to own the Apple Watch Series 3. That's how long ago I owned an Apple Watch, right? But that was at the same time that I owned an iPhone, and and I loved it. I did love it. I really did love it because it gave me my notifications from my iPhone. It sent it to my Apple Watch, which I really did enjoy. I mean, now that I'm with Samsung, I could get a Galaxy Watch, and I'm sure that would pretty much do the same thing. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. But listen, my hour here is up. Okay, so I'm going to head off now. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what favorite Apple product is coming your way. That you're looking forward to maybe testing out or trying out or even buying if you're planning to buy a new Apple product soon. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new around here and you like what you see, then feel free to hit that subscribe button as well to become a Stevo. Now, your next YouTube video will be out on Sunday this weekend, which will be Sunday the 15th of September 2024 at 4 p.m. UK time, when I'll be doing my usual Sunday movie wrap-up video of movies that I have watched this past week, which reminds me I need to go off and do a movie review for a movie I've watched today as well. So I'm going to do that in a few moments. Don't forget as well that I am going to be live on Stationhead tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. UK time, right through until 10 p.m. UK time, playing some great music and also having a chat with you guys. I'll speak to you about the PS5 Pro as well during the 6:30 part of my show. In the first half an hour of the show, I will talk about that during my live radio show tomorrow. But until then, though, it is goodbye. Thank you for watching this live stream, and I'll speak to you guys again in my next YouTube video.